Okay, let's start with a quick thought experiment. When I say Tokyo in spring, what's the very first thing that pops into your head?
Oh, that's easy. Cherry blossoms, the sakura.
Yeah.
It's iconic.
Exactly, it's the postcard. But, and here's the thing, that image usually comes with a sound, doesn't it?
It does. A very loud one.
Yeah, thousands of people packed into Ueno Park, fighting for a tiny spot on a blue tarp.
With beer, karaoke, the whole 9 yards, it's a party.
It's a party, for sure, but peaceful? I don't think so. It's more like a contact sport.
A contact sport is a good way to put it. The hanami, or flower viewing, is a great tradition. But in the city center, it is definitely not quiet.
Right. So today, we're going somewhere completely different. We are ditching the blue tarps. We're leaving the crowds behind. We're going on a virtual nature walk into what I think is Tokyo's hidden utopia.
We're heading out to Minami-Osawa.
We are. And this is part of the Tama New Town, which means it was a planned city.
From the ground up, yeah.
Which, usually planned city makes me think of a boring concrete jungle. But our whole mission today is to walk through something called the Tunnel of Cherry Blossoms.
And to do that, we're diving into some really interesting source material. It's a collection of local exploration notes, basically.
And they focus on, civil engineering structures, of all things.
It sounds a bit dry, I know. But these notes, they don't just look at the flowers, they look at the bridges and the paths that were designed specifically to let you experience the flowers.
It's like a backstage pass to city planning. So our promise to you is this. By the end of this walk, you'll see how concrete and nature can actually coexist beautifully.
And we'll find you that perfect secret spot for a spring photo.
So let's get started. Imagine we're walking away from the outlet mall, heading over towards Oyama Dairy Park.
And right away, we hit our first landmark. The sources call this the Gateway.
The Sakura Pedestrian Bridge. In Japanese, the Sakura Hodokyo. And looking at the photos here, this is not just some slab of concrete. It's got these curves.
It's very distinct, and this is where we have to get a tiny bit technical, but I promise it's worth it. The notes all highlight that this is a PC bridge.
Okay, I have to ask. PC. You don't mean personal computer, do you?
No, that's a common one.
Like, is this bridge secretly running Windows?
No updates required here. In civil engineering, PC stands for pre-stressed concrete.
Pre-stressed? That sounds like me trying to meet a deadline. What does that actually mean for a bridge?
It's a brilliant technique, really. So think about concrete. It's great when you squish it, that's compression.
Right.
But it's terrible when you pull it apart. Tension. If you stand in the middle of a long concrete beam, the bottom of it wants to stretch and crack.
Okay, that makes sense. So how do you pre-stress it?
Well, you kind of cheat physics.
Yeah.
Before the concrete is even put under any load, engineers run these super high-strength steel cables through it and pull them incredibly tight.
Like giant guitar strings.
Sort of, yeah.
Right.
And then they anchor them so the concrete is permanently being squeezed together.
So it's actively hugging itself.
Exactly. And because it's already squeezed so tight, when you walk on it, it doesn't stretch into that danger zone where it might crack.
So you can use less of it.
Precisely. And that lets engineers build bridges that look slender and elegant instead of, big and chunky.
And that totally explains the vibe here. This Sakura bridge, it looks so light, it has these beautiful rounded curves. The source material even says the design was meant to look soft.
Exactly. You wouldn't want some jagged, brutalist bridge here. It would just clash with the flowers, but this one, it flows. It harmonizes with them.
And the sources point out something I love, that the bridge isn't just for crossing, it's a picture frame.
Yes, that's a key detail. As you approach, the arch of the bridge perfectly frames the cherry blossom tunnel that's waiting for you. It's a big reveal.
Even the underside is designed to look good.
It just shows the level of thought that went into every single angle of this town.
Okay, so we crossed the Sakura Pedestrian Bridge. We appreciate its pre-stressedness. And now, we're in it. The main attraction.
The cherry blossom tunnel. This is the promenade that connects the town to the park.
And just imagine walking here. It's a wide path.
Yeah.
And overhead, it's just this canopy of pink. But the most amazing thing, according to our guide's notes,
the sound.
Or, more accurately, the lack of sound.
What do you mean?
This goes back to that planned city idea. Minami-Osawa was designed from the start with a complete separation of pedestrians and vehicles.
No cars.
No cars. The walking paths are on a totally different level from the roads. You don't have to stop at crosswalks or wait for traffic lights.
Which means the only thing you hear is, what, the wind?
The wind in the trees, maybe some birds, your own footsteps, that's it.
That is the Zen factor right there. You can actually just look up.
Exactly. And speaking of looking up, the bloom itself is interesting here.
Oh, so...
The notes mention that near the bridge, the trees might only be at, say, 50% bloom, but as you walk deeper into the path, you hit full bloom.
So it really creates that tunnel effect. You're just completely surrounded. You are! And that brings us to the color palette of this whole walk.
Right, the sources kept mentioning this. It's not just pink. There's the pink of the sakura, obviously.
Then you have the green, the new leaves on the trees, the shrubs, everything coming to life.
And then the third color is gray.
The stylish concrete.
Which sounds so weird, right? Pink, green, and gray. You think of gray as being so dreary.
You would think so, but here it acts as this perfect neutral background. It makes the pink and the green just pop. It's actually a very sophisticated look.
It's a whole aesthetic of the place. Nature, season, and structure all working together.
Exactly.
So we're strolling through this pink and gray tunnel, feeling super relaxed, and then things get a little weird. In a good way.
Ah, yes. The discovery in the square.
As we walk, the path opens into this plaza, and right in the middle there's this strange, surreal sculpture. The locals call it Yonhan Mashira.
Which just means the 4 pillars.
Describe this for me, because it's not a statue of some guy on a horse.
No, not at all. It's completely abstract. It's 4 tall concrete columns standing in a cluster. They're not holding anything up.
They're just there.
Earth's there. And at the top, they have these arrow-like designs.
Pointing which way?
Straight up, towards the sky, or, as one of our sources speculates, maybe towards the universe.
I love that. It adds this layer of mystery. This is what turns a simple nature walk into an experience. It feels like an open-air museum.
And it's a secret spot, really. You won't find it on the main tourist maps of Tokyo. It's for the locals. It makes you stop and think.
It really does. It's this moment of pause on the journey. Okay, so we've passed the curved bridge, walked the tunnel, and contemplated the pillars. And then the path gets crossed by another structure from above.
The Funagata Bridge.
Which means?
Boat-shaped bridge.
And it is another one of these PC bridges, right? The pre-stressed concrete.
It is. The theme continues. But the design is totally different from the first bridge we saw.
It really does look like the hull of a ship. It's curved and tapered like it's just floating in the sky above you.
A concrete ship sailing over a sea of cherry blossoms.
That's a great image.
Ah.
But the sources say the real magic isn't looking at it, but standing on it.
Oh, absolutely. This is the spot.
This is the best photo spot we promised. So imagine you climb up onto the deck of this boat bridge. You lean over the railing. What do you see?
You see everything. You see the promenade you just walked stretching out below you like a ribbon. You see all the Newtown greenery. And cutting right through the middle of it all is that thick, fluffy line of pink sakura.
It's the bird's eye view of the whole hidden utopia.
And that's where you capture that green, pink, and gray aesthetic perfectly. If you want that one photo that sums up the whole trip, this is it.
Standing on the deck of the ship, looking out over spring.
Yeah.
I love that. And the path just keeps going. After the bridges, the landscape gets a bit more fluid.
It does. You arrive at Uzumaki Park.
Carl Park.
And it really is spiral-shaped. Even on a map, you can see the land just swirls.
The notes say it was designed for water flow, maybe as a water feature.
Right, but it's often dry. And that's not a bad thing. It's become this amazing, grassy spiral amphitheater.
Perfect for a quiet hanami. You could just sit under a tree with a book. The spirals create these little private nooks.
It feels very intentional, like the landscape is giving you a hug.
And then just a bit further on is Wakimizu Hiroba.
Springwater Square.
And this place really leans into the green part of our color palette. It feels like a mountain spring surrounded by all this deep greenery.
And our sources mention a Takigra structure there.
Yes. The waterfall.
And again, the water might not always be flowing, but the stone structure itself is still there.
It's like a beautiful ruin, but it's actually just very stylish urban design.
It creates a sense of, wabi-sabi, finding beauty in imperfection. The stone's texture and calmness just works so well with the trees.
So let's just recap for a second. We've walked from the station, over the curved Sakura Bridge, through the silent cherry blossom tunnel, past the mysterious 4 pillars, and stood on the boat bridge.
It's a journey through a very specific philosophy, really.
I feel like Minami-Osawa is trying to tell us something.
I think it is. The big takeaway for me is about sophistication. Not in a stuffy way, but in a way that respects the human experience. This town respects your need for peace.
It's not shouting for your attention.
Exactly. And it proves that civil engineering concrete bridges doesn't have to be the enemy of nature. Here, the concrete actually elevates nature. The bridge frames the flowers. The path protects the silence.
It's a place where you can just breathe, which during soccer season in Tokyo is a rare thing.
It's a sophisticated spring experience. It's for the person who wants the beauty without the chaos.
It sounds perfect. It sounds, well, utopian.
It does. It's a lovely thought.
And this is where it gets really interesting.
I'm sensing a tonal shift coming.
Yeah, this beautiful, peaceful flower path. It doesn't go on forever. Eventually, it leads to a road with a much heavier history.
That's right. The land here has layers. It's not all modern planning.
The path we're on, it eventually connects to a ridge. And that ridge wasn't used for picnics.
No. Historically, it had a very different, very specific purpose.
It was used to test tanks.
The one-row kudo, the tank road.
So next time on the deep dive, we are leaving the utopia behind. We're going to explore the tank road and the legends of the Koyama Dairy Park.
From the boat in the sky to the road of tanks. It's going to be a fascinating contrast.
It's a piece of history you won't want to miss. Until next time, keep exploring the hidden paths.